Checking 1, 2. Jero.
So welcome to round 5 of the Tasmanian Rugby
I would like
Union.
to welcome... I'd like to welcome Nala Mansell from the Tasmanian Aboriginal Centre to give a welcome to country.
Yeah, it's turned on but not working. Okay. Yo pulingina. Pulingina tupakana paloa me latina luchuita. Mina wingani nari tukani nina paloa kani. Hello and welcome. My name's Nala Mansell. I'm a proud Tasmanian Aboriginal woman from the Tasmanian Aboriginal Centre, and I feel honoured to be able to welcome you all here tonight in the traditional language of my ancestors, Palawakani. Pamamina tunapri, ningana nari, takarili amana, ngamala takamuna ni ka milatina krakani nari, mangina lura ngamala pain trika, ningina ni ka milatina mananari. Putianari Rachi Krakapaka Pakana Palawa. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge and pay my respects to my ancestors, the Mumurimana, who owned, cared for, protected and nourished this land that we meet on here tonight. I acknowledge them as the forgotten fallen warriors, of whom thousands upon thousands of men, women and children lost their lives while defending their lands when the British invaded this country. Mina tunapri ningana nari, tupakana palawa, nika lumi, nika krakani nari, ngamala mati kita tu tunapri waranta palawa, still lumi, ngamala rachi kani taputi. I'd like to acknowledge my elders, who fought a lifelong battle to uphold our identity and rights, while this state falsely claimed that Tasmanian Aborigines no longer existed. I pay my respects to them for their courage and determination to maintain and strengthen our identity, which has helped shape and form the strong, proud, vibrant Tasmanian Aboriginal community that we are today. Ever since the beginning of time, our ancestors have gathered here on this land that we meet on here tonight. They gathered in a circular form for ceremony, the coming together of two tribes to dance, play, sing and cheer. Today the circles are still present and similar celebrations take place, but today we gather to celebrate and honour rugby union culture. Today we honour the contributions of many Aborigines to this great game. Mina Wingani tu Pulingina Nina, Eastern Suburbs and Taroona tu Nika Palawa Milatina Manta Manta. It is now with great pride that I welcome the Eastern Suburbs players and supporters and the Taroona players and supporters to what always has and always will be Aboriginal land, Ngari Ninatu.
So we thank Nala for the welcoming us to country here. And we look forward to this match between Eastern Suburbs and Taroona. So you can see the East team listed here. I believe that there's maybe a couple of possible late ins on that list as well. Tom Dixon, I think, was back from a possible injury, but looking forward to a full strength team almost out there. I noticed that Darcy Butler is missing from that list, and he's had a great season so far, so they may miss him, but young Nick McNeil, who had an awesome game when we last saw East on the Duff TV stream, is pulling into halfback to take his place, so we shall see how he fares. Been a couple of changes to the Taroona side, with number 5 listed there, Matthew Brocklehurst, out. He'll be replaced in the starting lineup by Hugo Blomfield, and Dan Davis-Reid at 10's out. So Sam Franklin, I think, is moving into the fly half position, and Chris Noble coming into halfback, and Cody Hall will come from the bench and join in at fullback there. So we're just about ready to start here, and there's the whistle. We're away. Thanks to Mike Blomfield, who's sitting in the van here for me, reminding me to start the clock. And the kickoff's good, and we're ready to roll. So the ball taken in there. Taroona with possession. Some good tackling by the East defenders, and Taroona now just have a little bit of a chance to settle. Rickard Daniel with a big bump off there on the East defenders. Rickard's first game of the year, so he'll be itching to get out on the paddock. Tanaka Harrison dishes it back there to Hugo Blomfield, but I think that ball's gone forward. Hasn't been spotted there by the referee, so Taroona look like they've got an advantage. Ball comes wide to Franklin. Gives it to Chaperon Tucker, who gets around the outside and is in some space. He's away. He's a quick boy too. Oh, great tackle at the end there by, that's, I think, one of the Fishpool brothers. I think that's Kyle. I'll double check that once I get my self sorted. And Taroona push forward again in the hands of Harrison. Noble gets it out to Franklin. Franklin goes wide to Smith, who's got Daniel outside him. He'll be hard to tackle here in this place close to the line. And he's just taken down. Ball comes out to Fenny, who's got Blomfield outside him. He's looking outside for one of the big fast runners, but he can't find them. Well tackled in there by the East defenders, getting about 8 minutes from the line. Ball goes out to Harrison. Again, excellent defence from those East players in the last line. And Taroona settle. Oh, it goes right there. Carries it over the line, taken. Ball comes back though. Great effort there by Blomfield. And ball in the end is scored by, I think, Robert Clayton there, the hooker. Great work by Taroona. Some good work. Great defence there by Easts, but they were unable to hold them out. And a nice little fall over the line there by that man, Robert Clayton. So, quick start on the scoreboard there to Taroona. All right, so the kick here from Franklin. It's not a bad look from here. And no, it must have just been away to the right. So Taroona 5-0 here. As we head back. Okay, Easts with the kick. So the kick goes deep and finds Harrison, who takes it nicely, gives it off to Daniel again, who's been busy early. Well taken there by Taylor Webb, who's moving up into, you can see the number 7 on his back today. He's been playing fullback so far this year. He'll be looking forward to getting involved a little bit more in the game. And beautifully ripped there, ball there by Paul Enright. And he takes it into contact, and East have a first opportunity with the ball. Some Taroona players there falling over the ball. So we'll have a penalty advantage. And Webb takes the ball into contact, taken down nicely by the Taroona defenders, who are falling off their feet again here. So got to be careful of their discipline in this area. Daniel Bauman hits it up. He's a dangerous player when he's got the ball. I think this will be Bauman actually here with the ball. Might have been Eddington, I think, with the ball. And a bit of a spill there, and we've seen it kicked over the back. So gathered by Fishpool. Was that Fishpool? No, I think that's Scott Drysdale actually. I finally got my names here, and a penalty goes against Taroona. While we see this penalty, I'm just going to skip you out to just to listen to a little bit of music for a second while I just want to check on a bit of a technical difficulty. Okay, apologies there. We should be able to now hear our effects mic running and hear a bit of action from the ground. Sounds much better to me now too. I can hear what's going on and hear the players, so can you. It's good work. Okay, so Eddington with the throw in there. Ball comes down to Taroona's way. Blomfield with the ball from Noble. Dishes it off to Franklin, who goes wide to Chaperon Tucker. He's got some speed, and this man has got some biceps. Unfortunately, his pass goes astray and well cleaned up by Chaperon Tucker, one of the young new players this year at Taroona. Still a schoolboy. He's our good mate there in George. So good to see him getting his hands on the ball early. I'd love to see him in some space. He's a fast runner. Great dish off there to Michael Smith, but nah, ball's gone forward. Not such a great dish off. Smiles from the players there. They knew that was not right. So we'll have another go. First scrum of the night here. Looking at our front row combinations. Enright Bowerman and Peter Kiwi, I've been told to make sure I call him. I know I've struggled pronouncing his surname. He told me he thinks I've got it right one time, but he said, just call me the Kiwi. So that's him on this near side here in the number 3 for East, with Bowerman at hooker and Enright on the other side. And for Taroona, we've got Smith, Michael Smith, Rob Clayton and Aidan Fenny in the front row. Great drive there by the East pack, and it's picked up at the back there by Fasadi, the captain, and runs forward. Actually, he's not the captain tonight. I think he's vice-captain. Some good cleaning out and counter-rucking there by Taroona, and they've won that ball back. So East just need to settle here. Got possession. Cooper takes it up and hits it up, spins around. There's a good tackle there by Eddington. Great tackle by him, driving Cooper into the ground. Noble with the ball now, finds Fenny, who can't stick it in his hands. So East will have another crack here with a scrum just outside their defensive 22. Beautiful green grass out here at North Warrane Oval. It's about probably balmy 8 degrees outside. Very still, a little bit damp, I'd say, on the ground. A bit of dew around, but it's been a pretty dry day, so it should be okay conditions for the players. And good call, nice call in there from the referee. You can hear Taroona there with the tight head have won that. So ball comes back to Noble. He goes around to the left with a bit of space and zigzags around and steps off his right. Dish still holding on to it. Finds Cooper, but Cooper can't hang on either. So must be a little bit slippery out there. Taroona just dropping the ball around. But the ball will come back for that knock on. So Noble nearly found himself over the line there. You can just see the corner post in the bottom there that's fallen over. But East deep in defence here have not been able to win their last 2 scrums. Going to have to work on that after the nice drive on their first one. Taroona have really starting to assert some dominance there. So let's see what the exit strategy here is for Easts. Normally in these situations they'll stick, and I can actually see they've done that. If we pan out to a slightly wider view there, we'll see Taylor Webb just on the right of screen in the pink headgear. He's playing at open side flanker, but he'll drop back for the kick here. He's got a massive boot on him. Here he goes off that left boot. Great kick. Finds the dirt. And, oh, the Taroona player back there in Mahanga, unable to take it and knocks it over the line. No, I think the ball must have been over the line before he touched it. Something that as one of the back 3 players, you really want to make sure you take that ball on the full and try and avoid it from hitting the ground, because with a bounce like that, it's pretty hard to gather. But fortunately for Taroona and Mahanga there, the balls had just rolled over the line before he touched it. So a great kick there. Great kick from Webb. We'll see Clayton will throw this ball into the line out here for Taroona. It's a nice ball, just get the hand on it. Ball comes back off the boot of Daniel, and Noble then dishes it out wide. Here's the big, look at those thighs on this man. Jacob Cooper with a great run up there. It's good to see him back. He's been away interstate for a couple of years, hasn't played rugby for a little while down here. Cody Hall with the ball, finds Blomfield, who finds his brother in the other Blomfield. And Taroona go to the ruck there. Those just settle and are looking for a forward runner here. And Michael Smith hits it up and makes a few good metres. But doesn't get too far there before the ball gets taken to ground. Ball comes right, left now and the blind side to Fenny. The great bump off there. Fasadi unable to take him down. So Fenny's got his hands on the ball a few times with some bustling runs. And here comes Pierce Blomfield again, playing on the open side flank today. Oh, nicely ripped out there by Eddington. And the ball comes back and into the hands of Scott Drysdale. Great tackle on Drysdale. But some offside play to Taroona. And we've got a penalty here to East. So Fenny hit that ball up nicely back there, and you can see here Drysdale pounced on that ball, but he's taken down in a crunching tackle over there. I can't see who that player was. It was an Fenny, I think, coming in from the sideline. But yeah, offside play. So I'm not sure how those players were offside from Taroona there, because there was no ruck. The ball was just ripped out from the tackle and went straight into the hands of the East players. So kind of maybe a bit unlucky there, Taroona. But gives East a great opportunity here to get some ball in their attacking half. But no, Taroona again in the set piece have won that, but knocked it out. So maybe their worst enemy at the moment, Taroona, attacking that ball and winning possession off the set piece, but unable to actually take a easy possession there and hitting the ball out. So we've got East with an opportunity now further in attack. So a very deep line set out here for the East back line. Ball comes down and comes Taroona's way again, but I think it's pounced on by Eddington there. Nicely won. So what have East got here? The ball comes into the hands of Bauman, who's taken behind the gain line, and some great counter-rucking by Taroona, but falling off their feet there. Well taken on the ground. I think that's Hugo Blomfield again, been busy. But Sam Franklin unable to catch it, drops it, and gives East another attacking opportunity at the set play. So just extra whistle here. I think just want to check on whether Bauman's okay there. Got caught in a pretty good tackle back there behind the gain line. Stopped him in his tracks. So another scrum to East. They have been losing their ball here on these scrums and line-outs. Can they win this one? Ball comes back nicely, and Fasadi gets his hands on it and runs around to the left. It's caught there into the hands of Webb, who chips over the back. Cody Hall gets there and just misses it, but finds the opportunity to take it and gets it back into the hands of Cooper. He's been busy, and there's a good little offload there. Nice fend from Harrison, who fends again and runs back inside, takes the ball to ground, and Taroona will recycle. It's my favourite word. The ball's kicked back and deep by Chris Noble. I don't think he's ever kicked a ball that far in his life, but that man back there, Drysdale's been busy. Oh, good contact in the middle of the field between Drysdale and Dar, but knocked on in the end there by Taroona. So great counter-attack there by Drysdale when he got his hands on the ball. He's going to be a handful tonight. He needs to try and get a bit wider around. Quick tackler came up there and wasn't able to take him. Dar wasn't able to either, and then the ball's ripped out by Daniel, but goes forward. So it's good last scrum there for East to be able to settle and win their own ball. Hopefully that'll give them the confidence to drive forward here. Great work from Fasadi at the back there, but we'll just reset this. Players just getting up a little bit too early in the contact. Need to wait for the referee's call on the bind. So you can see number 22, Chris Munns there has come into halfback. Can't actually see Nick McNeil on the field. He must be on the bench here. They've decided to put Munsey out there to have a run. bit more experience to start the game. Hopefully we'll see young McNeil get out on the field. So another minute of rugby wasted there while these 16 men settle down their scrum, but Taroona win it. Ball comes to the back. Blomfield just loses it there. A little bit slow. Really well done by Barry Wheeler coming around the back there, who picked that ball, saw that it was out. Unfortunately, I think, oh no, we've decided that Taroona player on the ground holding on. Okay. Just see the player over the top there grabbing the ball and the player on the ground not releasing. So, well, one penalty there to East. They're going to go the quick tap. I think they realise they're struggling at their set piece. So the ball comes out to Webb, who comes into great contact there. Again, Fenny making some really good tough play. But this man, Webb, he doesn't back off. So really well done, and hangs on to it and gives it back to Munns, who finds Fasadi on his left. And East now with the ball moving forward. So players need to release him there. He's gone to ground. Taroona just trying to counter-ruck there and making a bit of a mess of it, which is slowing things down. That'll suit them. The Kiwi goes through with a good, solid run. But again, Fenny with the tackle around the ankles, making good defensive measures. Now the big man there, Enright, with a good hit and taken down again in the tackle there. That's, see, I think Oscar Paston playing in the loose there for Taroona. But great work here by East. I think the kick's probably not the best idea there. But again, hits the ground, finds the hands of Noble. And we've got a whistle. We've probably got some offside play here by Taroona again. So just before going back a few phases there, before that kick came from Munns, Taroona players were offside at the ruck. And Webb, you can hear the yelling there for the kicking tee. The East bench not quite paying attention to what's going on. You can see here, I think this is where the offside occurred. I think it was Harrison there who was not behind the, well, it used to be what we call the last feet, but behind the last point of the player on his side of the ruck. So Webb's going to take a shot. I was watching him in his kicking practice before the game, and he was on song. He's got a great kick, and they'll do well to come away with 3 points here. Marched down the field and kept the ball secure and had a few penalties. So Taroona with the mistakes so far, even though they're 5 points up. Been a lot of balls knocked on and a few penalties given. So they'll need to tighten up their discipline if they're going to prevent Webb from having a number of shots all day. And he scored, so nice work there. Great kick to Webb. You can hear the crow of the rooster. Plenty of those around here at North Warrane Oval on a Friday night. So East's put 3 points on the board, get off the duck, and we've got a close one. Taroona have really been all over it in the set piece so far, dominating the scrums. They've won 3 tight heads on East feed, and they've also won most of East's line-out ball, so they just need to hold the ball in their hand and cut the drop ball down. A few substitutions happening. So Taroona with the kick, it goes into the middle and hits the ground. I think that's Munns there, gathers it. He's got Shapper and Tucker chasing him, but he ducks back inside and also avoids Franklin. Well taken in the tackle eventually, and then the ball spilled. And Fenny again, he's been so busy with the ball outside of Shapper and Tucker. He's away, and he's over the line and scores. So great work there. Aidan Fenny is having a blinder so far for Taroona. Come all the way back here to the lost ball at the ruck. Munns takes it up here nicely. Hits the ground. Ball goes back. Or probably, don't know if there are some hands in the ruck there. Fenny here with the good contact, and then the pop around takes 2 defenders, and Chaperon Tucker's quick off the mark. He's chased down by McNeil, actually. It's good to see him out there on the field. Not sure if he was there on the start, and gives Chaperon Tucker a pat on the back there for a good try. I think these 2 boys are playing together in a under 18 state team, I think, so they're probably familiar with each other. Good contact and a great run to Chaperon Tucker down the wing there. That's where he's going to be dangerous. He's a very, very quick over the first 5 to 10 metres. So Franklin with the kick out wide. He had a kick from a similar position, maybe in a little bit closer last time. It was pretty close, but we'll see how he goes this time. It's not a bad strike, but goes across the face. So Taroona with another try. Great assist by Aidan Fenny to get George Chaperon Tucker over the line in the right-hand corner. So what can East do here? Need a spark. Need to try and get down the other end and put some more points on the board. Maybe exploiting the ill discipline that Taroona have shown so far. Webb with the kick. It's a great high short kick. Who's going to get it? That man Fenny. No, doesn't want it, and the ball is knocked forward. So we shall see another scrum to East. Can they win their own scrum? I think they've only won 1 so far, maybe 2 if they're lucky. They've had a few though. Just been some really good drive. That front row that Taroona have got, and their second row, by the way, when we talk about it, there's a couple of second rows in there who've played a lot of first grade football in Tanaka Harrison and Hugo Blomfield, who played a fair bit of footy last year. But Fasadi manages to get it out. And the ball's dished out to Munns, who finds McNeil, who can't hold on to it. So it's looking like a bit of slippery ball out there. The advantage comes to Taroona.
Win it back, East! Taylor!
McNeil, unfortunately, there sort of stopped when he knocked it on and just opens you up to being tackled a little bit hard when you're not ready. Just got to remember to keep playing until that whistle blows. Some great camera work on that last scrum there. Nice little zoom in there to Munns putting it in and following that ball along the bottom. Fasadi brings it out. So front rowers, when they bind, need to bind long, then they're just engaging there in contact almost too much when they're putting that bind on. So on this side here, Smith for Taroona and the Kiwi for East. That's a better long bind there. Great drive from East this time. Unfortunately, they've kicked the ball through. So Taroona will get another crack at that, but great drive from East. Where's that been all night so far? 20 minutes, and finally they've decided that they've got the weight and the technique to push this Taroona forward pack off the ball. Taroona may be getting a little bit complacent, thinking that they're going to win that straight up. So I dare say it won't happen again, but what have East got here? So ball comes in from Noble. Much better scrum. Daniel takes it off the back. He's got Noble outside him with a bit of space. Goes back to Daniel. Looked forward from my angle. But Daniel goes through again. Beautifully taken by Webb. He's a great tackler. And ball comes out to a young player from... Oh, that might have been high. Young player in his first game for Taroona, Jacob Purcell. Monkey there. He's a tough boy too, and he gets back to his feet. I think they're playing a penalty advantage here for the dangerous tackle against Webb. Not sure if I see the referee's arm go out, but Fenny comes around and none will be taken. Just throws off the tackle there of Enright. I can tell you what, Aidan Fenny, I can't say it enough, he's having a blinder so far. Harrison slips through. He's having a great game too. He's trying to reclaim a position in first grade after having some time off through injury. Ball comes out to Franklin, who finds Chaperon Tucker. Through so easily. And an awesome attempt at a tackle there by Webb coming across in the last line of defence, but George Chaperon Tucker slips through the tackle there way too easily and over the line and scores. Great work from him, 2 tries already. This ball comes out here, some great hard running here from Harrison. The tackling from East is just slipping off the tacklers here and making it too easy for Taroona. Ball comes wide. Franklin just finds Chaperon Tucker in a bit of space. And the defender out there, I think that's Brad Fishpool, just doesn't get his feet anywhere near Chaperon Tucker, and he just runs around him with the easiest of fends. So exciting rugby from Taroona when they keep the ball in hand. The last sort of 5 minutes or so, they've secured that ball better. Haven't dropped it like they did early. Got their hands on it. So Franklin with the conversion attempt. He's just missed his other 2. Ball looks good this time. No, and he's missed again. Oh well, he's got a good looking action. Nice confident strike, but it just hasn't quite got his radar on song today. So after a short passage of play around the halfway mark of this half, where Easts were looking good, Taroona have come in with a couple of later tries and pushed that score out to a very comfortable 15-3 lead. Something on the kickoff here that Taroona need to make sure they do is get under it and make sure the ball doesn't hit the ground. The forwards lack a little confidence, I think, in that overhead ball. Harrison's got it under control, but a few of the others there in that front row are a little uncertain, so it'll be a shallow high kick again. And it goes a little bit deeper this time. Fenny gets under it a bit better this time so that he's able to take it on his chest. But really great kick chase there from the East players. Drive over and in the end somehow managed to roll that ball over the line. Not sure once the tackled player goes to ground how he ends up being pushed out over the sideline. But a great chase there from East, so managed to win the ball. We don't have an official assistant referee on this side. Got a touch judge in Bo, who's one of the players who's, I don't think he's playing this year. Taroona managed to win that ball and taken down. Again, I'd like to see the referee officiating this on the ground here. The player can't make a tackle and then keep pulling once he goes off his feet. So in that situation there, Eddington really had to release the tackled player. Seems to have happened to the last 2 breakdowns there, where once a player's on the ground, he can't be touched and must be released immediately, not pulled towards the sideline. It's not rugby league where you can continue to drag him. Eddington beautifully read. Great contact there from, I think his namesake there in Jordan Eddington for Taroona. So good contact. Great again, great tackling there. Jordan Eddington and Tanaka Harrison with a big drive back on Paul Enright. Well, we've heard a whistle. And Taroona penalised, so don't know what that was for. If we can pan out a little bit here, we might be able to catch what the referee's got to say. I don't know what the discussion is here. I'll check with the referee coach in a moment and see. He might be able to get some advice as to what happened. See that ball come back here, and Franklin was the man being talked to, maybe because he's a captain. I don't think there's anything illegal in that tackle there. The player was not lifted above horizontal and he fell on his back. Yeah, so it's just the lift in the tackle apparently, and that's why he's awarded the penalty. So East with a great opportunity here inside their 22, attacking position. Ball comes out to Fasadi, who finds Eddington. Fenny can't take him. This man's dangerous when he's got the ball in his hands. I love to see him run. There's a great bustling hit there and secures the ball well for his side. Comes back out to Fasadi again. He's got Lachlan Faulkner on his outside, but doesn't find him. and takes it to ground. Ball again in the hands of Eddington. Gets busy. Good to see him busy. Unfortunately, he goes to ground a lot and doesn't like to get up on the game. We're going to have a whistle here. I think the referee's just called it up to make sure that Eddington's fine on the ground there. We've got a knock on, and Taroona will take the ball from this one. See Eddington in this tackle hits the ground. You see he's clutching at his throat, but there was nothing there. Player just coming down over the top of him. Unfortunately, he lost the ball, so Taroona will get to exit. No, will they? Yes, Noble just manages to find it and into the hands of Franklin. He kicks downfield but doesn't find touch, but he gets it past Webb, and he does find touch. Wow, a lucky, lucky bounce. Taylor Webb will be dark about that bounce. He was all over that. If it had sat up for him, he would have been on the counter-attack out wide with a bit of space, and he's not a man you want to give some space with the ball in his hand. So, stroke of luck there to Taroona with the bounce of that ball. Just go back and have another look here. It was a mongrel kick here from Franklin. Went for the torp and has just hit it on the back, but just didn't bounce right. And wasn't able to find the hands of Webb. So East with the line out, Eddington with the throw. Taroona have been all over this ball. East really need to win it. Closing in on pushing close to half time. And the ball's knocked down by Harrison at the front again. Player needs to be released here. So Taroona push it out to Daniel. He'll break through the first tackle as he always does and takes the second one as well. He'll keep going. Let's step around. Just keep going. Has he got anyone out there? No one out there near enough. They don't take him. He fends off Webb, pushes to ground. Webb's off his feet in there, grabbing for that ball. Ball comes wide to Harrison, who's got a bit of space. Finds Franklin on the outside, who scores. So great support play there from Taroona, sees him score on that far left wing. The situation there, Webb diving off his feet, trying to take that ball in the rucks. Lucky to have not been penalised or yellow carded. You can see he goes in there, has no right at the ruck to put his hands on that ball. Noble draws. Harrison takes that ball. He's having a great game and a great offload as well in contact. Fantastic play all round there from Taroona. So East really need to regroup here. Struggling to contain Taroona once they get their hands on the ball, and it's really just comes down to tackling. The East players are standing up too straight, just tackling with their hands rather than getting their body height down and putting themselves in front. You've got a player like Rickard Daniel who's just run about 55 metres through 10 tackles. People need to just really think about their simple rugby. And Franklin with the kick this time. Just manages to get it over from a tough angle, so nice work there from him. Taroona push ahead. So sitting here at 22-3. Good kickoff from East last time. Webb's kicking is just outstanding. He's definitely the best kick in this division, if not, I'd say potentially the whole competition. I think he'd give Mark Mio a run for his money actually with the accuracy of his kicking. Needs this high and shallow. That's where he goes. This is where it's going to cause a problem. So Blomfield attempts to catch it. I think puts a hand on it. That's the kick that's going to get them the possession here. So I think every single line out that East has thrown has been won by the man there with the afro for Taroona, Tanaka Harrison. And he's in there again and has tapped it down. Taken by Noble, who's tackled well by Eddington. He's got a read on this now. He knows, though, every time they're losing the ball, so he's got to get over onto it. East have managed to win that. That's good work there at the ruck. I'm not sure how they managed to do that. So Eddington comes with the ball and taken down by the other Eddington. Ball comes out to the right to Fasadi, looks for a gap, but there isn't one, and the Taroona defence is excellent there on the 22. East go wide to the right, and ball spills, unfortunately. So Webb's going to run it back in, but no good out there. He's knocked it on. So the knock-on out there by East is giving Taroona a little bit of a break. Good pressure there from East. They just need to retain that ball again. They've got the yips like Taroona had at the start of this half.
Boys, number up. Pick a bloke.
So again, a great push there from the East pack. Taroona somehow managed to get the ball out, and Noble has a bit of a run. Looks for Franklin and finds him. And Franklin with the cut behind to Cooper, and Cooper just loses it. So referee's just going to have a whistle, and we're going to call that half-time. All right, so a great half there so far for Taroona particularly. Some good attempted attacking rugby by East when they've had the ball, but unfortunately their tackling's let them down and has, I guess, made it all too easy for Taroona to put 4 tries on the board. I suspect that their coach, Dean Adam, will have a few words about that at half-time break. But we'll be back shortly, hoping to have a special guest in here to talk about this special match for tonight, where these two clubs are contesting the Farrington Shield. We'll just cut to a little break, and hopefully we'll be back shortly. So I've got my special guest with me in Wendy Farrington, and she's going to give us a little bit of an explanation about the significance of the Farrington Shield, which is played out between these two clubs. So Wendy, can you give us just a little bit of information about the Farrington Shield and who it's named after?
Okay, it's named after my father, Geoff Farrington. Geoff was post-war. He was born in England. Post-war, came to Australia, and being a rugby man, Taroona approached him through the hydro. He worked for the hydro. And anyway, Dad was busy with his work and then had 5 children and didn't get to actually play. Then his sons got involved in schoolboy rugby, and from that he met some people that were just starting this club off.
So that's the Eastern Suburbs Rugby Union Football Club,
yes,
the Mighty Roosters.
The Mighty Roosters. So that was back in 1964. And so Dad and my mum, Shirley, played a huge part in the building up of this club, including the clubhouse and fundraising and selling Savaloys out of the ref's room and all that sort of stuff.
That's fantastic. And
yep.
so you must be really proud of the club in this rebuilding phase that they're going through. Like, I'm really excited that the numbers that East are doing and what's happening here at the moment. So
yep.
It's great to see.
Yep. Well, I've been coming to this club for over 5 decades now. And, we've certainly had some real highs, and we've had, of course, lows, like most clubs do.
Yeah.
And to see the club coming back this year, we've got a very fresh team, new players who've never had, a game of rugby until 4 weeks ago. And I'm just very proud to see, the boys out there and some of the past players, coming along and supporting the new team.
Absolutely. And you can see some great footage on there of Dean talking to the players. So those people who are listening to us, what they can see right now is the huddle for Easts. Now, there's something else I did want to ask you about, because Taroona has a pretty strong link towards this Farrington Shield in a family link too, through the Burkes. So there's quite a few of the Burke boys have played rugby for Taroona. What's the link there?
Okay, the link, back in 1988, my mum tragically passed away, and within a couple of years, Dad met the Burke's grandmother.
Ah. And
so they were all only young fellows then. I think Alistair was only probably 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And so then, of course, Dad was torn between supporting his new partner, Eleanor, with her team and her grandsons, and but his heart, of course, was always with Easts.
Yeah.
And you would see him often on the other side of the ground, different grounds around Tassie, and he'd always be there, and his love for this club was right till the very end.
Well, look, thanks so much, Wendy, for coming in and sharing that. Even for me personally, I've played for Taroona and played in Farrington Shield games before. To be able to actually know what the story is now makes that all the more important for me. So thank you so much. East down by a bit. They've got to find something. Okay, I hope that they can. I hope that they can come back and let's see a close finish. But, I'll go the Roosters.
Yeah, all I asked of our boys today was to give it 100%. And, as I said, they're a new team.
Yep.
And we've got people out with injuries, and people are playing in positions they've never played in before. So, but just give you 100%, fellas. And I'm proud to be part of your club and support you boys.
Well, as they start the second half here, Wendy, again, thank you so much. You're welcome to sit in here in the warm for a bit longer if you want to.
That's okay. There's a lot of old faces out there.
You want to get out there and have a chat? All right, well, I'll leave you to it. But again, thanks so much.
And hello to all the listeners.
So we've just started here. It's great to have a chat with Wendy and hear who the famous Geoff Farrington is, because I hadn't heard that story before. And as we rejoin our match here, and I've just managed to adjust the scoreboard and the clock, we've got another penalty to East, deep in their defensive end, but haven't managed to find touch, and just finds the belly of Tim Davies, who's taken in a cracker of a tackle. I tell you what, Scott Drysdale's having a great game, and that was a top tackle. Ball comes back to Franklin, who chips forward, and all of his players are offside running out there. But Franklin gets under the legs of Webb. He's not happy, but I think we've got some offside play back here. Franklin's kicked that ball, and a lot of players in front of him were offside, so they need to retire or hold their ground. But they didn't do so. This gives East a great opportunity. So Webb takes the tap and gives it to Fasadi. He's hitting it up, and great tackling again. Taroona's tackling's been outstanding. It really has. It's made it really tough for East. It's got to hope they can exploit something here from Taroona. And I'm not sure where that's going to be, because the defence has been really, really good. So ball comes wide to McNeil, hangs on, and yeah, finds great work, finds Kiwi there, who shrugs off a tackle, runs back in. Oh, he's really well held onto there by Eddington and Hall, but manages to get the pop out. So ball's in the hands of Fasadi now. And East just with a slow ruck here. Oh, Michael Smith there on the side really didn't need to go in and counter ruck. The ball was won, and in doing so has left a massive gap. So Enright has a big run, and then it finds Webb. Those Taroona players have got to get out of there quickly and just find their way out. Ball comes back. It's in the hands there of Zach Warrane, and he's taken by Harrison. And East will go again. Webb's going to have a go. He'll probably get around here. He's a very strong runner, but again, that player, Aidan Fenny, is really well tackled. And the ball's going to come back. Another penalty to East. I'm not sure that Taroona have even managed to win a penalty here, so we're going to stop our clock, and the referee's going to have a chat, I think. There's way too many penalties. Suspect we got offside play again here. He's going to have a chat. So East goes with the tap again in the hands of Fasadi. They've got his measure though. Great tackle again by Harrison. I've said that name a few times. There's some great play happening in the forward pack here from Taroona. Likewise, oh, this is a big run. Great run there. East very close to the line now. Can Taroona stay on side? Someone will go to the bin if they don't. Ball comes out to Warrane. Unable to get down though, and he's gone over the line. Taroona will drive him back into the field of play. They've held him up here. If this collapses, we'll end up seeing a scrum here to Taroona. So great defence. Warrane needed to get his body height down really quickly. I think he was held up by, I think that was Fenny again. Some just outstanding defence. So good attacking there from, East. I love the tap and run here. It's much more of a positive way for them to go ahead. But Warrane goes in really high. He hits, I'm not sure who that defender is there. I think it's Chris Noble actually made the first contact, and then his teammates came in and prevented Warrane from getting himself to the ground. So we'll waste a little bit more time here resetting a scrum. It's good officiating though. It's important that these scrums are done right for the safety of the players and for the integrity of the game, but it is something that often causes a problem. So great work from East. Eddington manages to make the tackle and takes that player down just short of the line. Ball comes back out to Kiwi, and he's over. Big spin there from the big man. And in he goes. The crowd are happy. There's a big crowd down there from Easts too. It's great to see. They love it out here on a Friday night. And Peter Hecky excuse me. I'll try it again, Peter. Maybe I shouldn't. Hecky to Kahika goes over and scores. Better get back and show the replay of that. Big work. He was the man who got in there in the first, got the ball out in the first case. Ball comes to him, and here comes the spin. There it is. Over he goes, and a big dive. So the first try to the second half goes to East, and that's their first try of the game. Webb with the conversion. Aiming to the left here. I might just push it too far. And he... No, ball straightens up for him, and over it goes. So East with the comeback here. I'm sure Wendy will be happy with that. She said she just wants 100%, and 100% is what they've been giving. So, 10 points the difference. Taroona with the kick.
They don't want it, Roosters! They don't want it! Do the basics!
And here, Dean Adam, the Roosters coach there on the sideline. So, Franklin with the kick. Oh, he's just made it short and doesn't make the 10. Ball goes out, so another mistake from Taroona. And we'll see Easts with the scrum on the halfway. I'm not sure. Not sure why the referee's putting out the short arm here. It's just should be a scrum, not a free kick. I think he means a scrum. Okay. So substitution happening here for Taroona. Hugo Blomfield coming on to number 8. I think the other substitution may be about to happen for Taroona to see Charlie Holmes come on. He hasn't had a run for a few weeks. So, good counter push there from Taroona. East had the ascendancy there, and now Taroona managed to push them back. Ball secure at the back there, and Fasadi, who's been busy on the scrum, shrugs off the tackle and Noble, runs across field, finds Munns. He's well tackled by Hall and Blomfield. Blomfield needs to roll there, and he does, gets out of the way nicely. And East will take the ball and hit it up. So I think that's Dixon there, who's now on the field. In the green headgear, finding that ball. Oh, beautifully taken by Blomfield. Just ball sitting there out by Dixon, just put it on the ground, and here we go. So Taroona with the ball. Fenny hits it up. Pressure with a Kiwi and a great tackle. Noble goes to Smith. Oh, he looks for someone deep, and he finds Chaperone Tucker, who hits the deck with the ball, and it comes off his foot. Where's it going to go? Oh, East well gathered. Great cover defence there from Easts. Ball comes out off the foot of Webb. And Webb's not allowed to play that ball in the ruck. He's offside, hanging around there, so a bit unfortunate there for East, I think. I think that ball's probably popped out on the side there, but Webb needs to be behind the last feet before he can play it, is what's the referee's decreed. So penalties to Taroona have been very few, and lucky to get one there from just a little mistake by Easts. So Taroona with the line out, about 10 metres out in their attacking end. Clayton with the throw, He'll go to Harrison, who's been very dominant. No, he misses, and ball's gone. Not straight there, unfortunately. So Taroona have been able to win all of East's lineouts, but weren't able to win their own this time. So Fasadi with the throw in now. And the jumper gets up, but Smith manages to get a hand on it. And Blomfield, he's had a great game in his first game back. He has not played any rugby in a long time, and his confidence is up. It's great to see. Ball comes back. Noble finds Franklin. He finds, I think, Oscar Paston out there. It's been quiet so far. And Noble again goes right, finds Harrison, who's been very busy and very, very dangerous. Can he get the ball off? It's a great effort there by Webb, but Harrison scored. Webb's not happy about that, but he's taking him to ground, and Harrison has every right to play the ball once he's hit the ground, and he does so. So just some soft tackling again here, way too easy. You can see where Harrison takes this ball. He runs past 3 players so far through the tackle there of Prairie. Grabbed by Webb, who takes him to the ground, but probably lucky not to give away a penalty for a high tackle there, but the try was scored, so Webb kicks at the ground. Not really happy about that, but looked good from this angle. He might have been asking for a knock on at the ground. Oh, hit the post. Which way does it go? Straight over the top, so tough one for the assistant referee there, Gardner. But no, straight over the top of the post, that doesn't count. So Taroona just peg back that difference a little bit and go back a little bit closer to their half-time margin. 13 points up. Couple of converted tries and East are back in front, so Taroona will need to settle. George Chaperon Tucker coming off for a rest. He's had a good game today with 2 early tries. That man on your screen there, Aidan Fenny, certainly been very busy. You hear the call from the East bench here. Who wants it? Somebody needs to get up and win this ball. We know that Webb's got a good kick. He kicks with both feet, goes with the left foot this side. And nobody from Taroona wants it again. Just a lack of communication. His kicking's been exceptional off the kickoff here. It's really, Taroona have struggled to field that. There's no one really with a big confidence in there to get under that ball and own it. But not touched. So Clayton will have the throw. He'll be liking to throw this one a bit straighter. Finds the hands of Harrison, but the ball goes to ground. There's one by East. Taroona pushed back over it. No, I think they've managed to actually grab that rather than the East player. It was a close one. Oh, Noble tries to pick that up, though. And no good, I think. The East player must have knocked that on at the bottom of that line out. So, bit of luck there to Taroona. Just see the throw coming in, and I think Harrison gets his hands to it. But I think Dixon, no, it was maybe Prairie coming through there, couldn't take it and knocked it on. So a bit lucky there to Taroona. Who is Barry Wheeler? He's apparently wearing number 10 for East. It's been very quiet. Great drive there from East. Just gonna let them get up slowly from this scrum here. Make sure everyone's okay. We'll need to march back 10. Exceptional scrum there from East. So let's just have a look. After some early scrum dominance, Taroona have really struggled, and East have found some strength. So there we go with the tap. Again, we need to get used to this, and some good contact. Great driving tackle there from Taroona. And again, the headgear and the long hair of Thor, Aidan Fenny. Kiwi goes back inside, finds some support, but well tackled, and Taroona players get out of the way. East with the ruck. Ball comes out wide. Finds the hands. I'm not sure who that player is in the number 16, but he's running nice and strongly. And Munns will have an opportunity to find someone on his teammate. Oh, big, strong hit there from Harrison. I'm not sure if he's called that as offside. And a bit of blood there. It was a very strong tackle. Must have been offside play here. So big number 4. Oh, it's Adam Prairie in the green headgear. Runs in and yeah, I think the head of Harrison's made contact. So you need to be careful as a tackler. That's your head contacting on the opposite on the player you're tackling. Still your responsibility to make sure that doesn't happen. So lucky there. I think we just called that as offside, but. Don't like to see any kind of high contact here. So Webb decides that 3 points are on offer and in order. He loves to kick. I've seen him take some penalty shots late in the game earlier this year, and there he goes. So back to 12 points. The East's water girls over there doing a great job running them out. You hear every time the whistle blows. Oh, we've got a quick kick-off here. So ball goes back into the arms of Fasadi. A great chase there from the Taroona players, but well held onto by Fasadi there. So we've had some counter-rucking, but the ball's taken there around the blind side by the East player on the bottom there. I think that's Burkett with the ball. Oh, Munns decides he wants to kick, and Taroona again offside. Not sure what's happened back there. It looks like Drysdale's down in back play. Don't know what happened back there. Just go back and have a look. I don't know what happened. You can see Drysdale just behind Fasadi here, and he comes into the ruck. He's driven back in that ruck by Blomfield, maybe. I think someone's maybe landed on his head. So they've fallen down. So I hope he's okay. We'll play on. He's back on his feet. So he's giving him a bit of a rest, maybe. I can't see him still on the field. It's been dangerous back there, Drysdale too, when he's had some space and with the ball. He's got a nice sidestep. Fasadi with the throw, right in front of us here. Great view of the line out. Great lift there, and well taken in the air by Kyle Fishpool, I think. So ball comes back into the hands of Zach Duggan, who's now having a run. And he hits it up and takes the ball to ground. Good solid run there, but well tackled by Clayton. And I'm not sure how that ball was stripped. Taken through by the East player and then dropped and then passed back and hits the deck. Charlie Holmes fresh on the field here. He'll like to have a run. And great defensive tackling there by the East players. Eddington coming across and Nick McNeil. So Holmes with a great run there, but cover defence gets him. And I think we've seen a knock on as he hit the ground. So got around a few of them. But McNeil and Eddington there coming across were able to, no, it was not, who was that in number 16? I don't know who that is. See Harry Burkett on the ground now with a bit of a leg complaint. It's way back in the middle of the field. So I'm not sure. This was Manny. I mean, there. Oh, that was. I don't even see where this happened. Way in the back play. Looks like he's no good. So he'll come from the ground. So Burkett with the boot off and a lower leg issue. Not looking very happy there. Sad to see. Just have a little bit of a pause here while they take him from the ground. All right, scrum goes down. East pick it up. Munn's around the sideline, but just pushed over there. Just having a bit of a discussion with the referee coach here, just to try to confirm the correctness of the score. And I think I might have it a little bit wrong. East have a converted try, and I think two penalty goals, so the score may only be 13 there. I'll flick it back and hopefully I'm right. Apologies if there's any confusion there. Noble sends the ball out to Fenny, who's got plenty of space there, and no one grabs him. The tacklers, just everyone stays off. Fenny pushes very close to the line, but taken down by a couple of players. Noble goes wide and Smith can't hold it. Jacob Purcell picks it up, but looks like he's knocked it on as the ball's just on the ground back there. So unfortunate there. Smith wasn't able to take the hard cutout pass from Noble. Bustling run from Fenny. He's having a blinder. This pass here, Smith just unable to take it and just knocked on to the ground there by Purcell. He's a great attacking player though, and he's a little guy, but I tell you what, he's hard to take. I've seen him playing through the juniors and he always caused problems for people much bigger than him. And he's a tough guy, so he's now come back and will defend this kick here. Taroona win this, and Noble goes for the line and he's over, but we'll come back for a knock-on at the back here.
Come on, Roosters!
I'm not sure where the knock-on was. We can have a quick look at the replay there. Noble did grab at it, but didn't touch it because it was kicked down. You see, he just grabs no, and then grabs it and goes over. I think it might be hard done by there. I think the replay shows what really happened. Look at his face. He's like, what? No idea. Dismay on the old fella's face. East will have another crack at clearing the ball, but Taroona all over that again. Here he goes, Noble. No, he goes wide to his backs. Jacob Cooper with a good run there again. Nice tackling in the defence there. Noble finds someone out wide. It's Franklin, and he's over. So great support play around there by the Blues. Surprise, I kind of thought Noble might have grabbed this ball and gone himself again, but he went wide and found some support. And you can see the Taroona backs trailing around there. Purcell was hungry for the ball. Franklin gets around. Purcell just in the back there, looking for something. Not there, and Franklin finds it with Harrison just next to him, but goes over with plenty of space out there. So Taroona push ahead there.
Well done, buddy.
Take their tally to 32.
Put in, come on. Put him straight off behind the post.
And the kick's good. So Taroona really now surging ahead, a 21-point lead.
Get up here, East. Want this ball. Want it. Big ball chase, boys. Big chase. Come on.
Okay.
Come on, Bundy. Second effort. Come on, fish. Get a fish.
Webb with the kick. He likes trying something a little bit different when they get to this stage, but let's see.
Come on, ball. Yours, Adam.
There he goes, a nice high short kick. Harrison though gets under it, although misses it and then knocks it on.
Let's go, play on, boys.
I think we'll see it knock on both ways there. And I think Rickard Daniel didn't hear the whistle there and was playing on with the ruck. Good spirit in the game tonight again. As you see, there's no one doing anything silly. Mitchell Eddington being called into the scrum here. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's trying to work out where people should play. I think it's a bit of a lack of communication. So he's not sure. So he comes out. I think East might have 16 players on the field actually. And Eddington, after working that off, comes off. So very lucky there. Very lucky East, playing with 16 on the field. And we'll see ball coming in with their attacking play, approaching their 22-metre line. So the pass comes out, finds Duggan, who's well taken, and we've got a penalty advantage to East again. Munns goes wide, finds McNeil with a great dummy. He's got good hands. Can they find some quick ball here? Munns goes, but doesn't get anywhere further than the tackler to the Taroona player. And ball comes out and goes left. So good defence, but referee decides that there's no advantage there and we'll come back to a penalty. It's a high tackle on the other side of the field.
That's my question.
So I'm bewildered by this with Webb. He repeatedly does this. He opts to take 3 points when his team's 20-something points down. I'm not sure what his thinking is here with about 8 minutes to play, but I'm kind of a bit speechless, really, about this. He's done it before, and he's doing it again, and he's missed and just essentially wasted the play. And you get the ball in the hands of Taroona now, and they'll kick it down when he could have been with a line out 5 metres out. East player doesn't want it. Can Shapper and Tucker get it? No, the ball bounces out. So strange decision-making there by Webb, who really needs to think about the score and think about his team rather than just putting another 3 points on off his own boot. But, yeah, really strange decision-making. So after missing, unfortunately for him, and he has a great kick, and, you know, 3 points would have been handy, but you put 3 points on the board and you're still 18 behind, which is 3 converted tries. So it's not going to actually get you a win by kicking 3 points with only about 8 minutes to go or less. All right, so great line-out jumping there by East. They've got some good wins here. Webb with the big kick downfield, and it bounces on. This is a great kick. No chases though. And we've got Charlie Holmes with the ball. He'll run around. No, he decides to kick. I thought he might have had a go, but there are about 7 East chasers there. What an amazing chase by those players. That was exceptional. What a great kick. What a great kick. And this is where East should have been 1 minute ago. They should have been down here with a line out in an attacking area. So bit of reprieve, bit of luck there. Oh, well, I wouldn't say luck with the big roosting boot from Webb. Certainly made up for his missed penalty shot, but Holmes with the kick there and makes about, just got a line out just inside 22. So Fasadi with the throw. Oh, that's not gone 5 metres, but they get away with it. Good run from Kiwi. And Munns gets on. We've got another penalty here. There's got to be about time for a yellow card, I think, with these Taroona players. So many penalties given away at the breakdown. Great hit by Fenny in conjunction with Pierce Blomfield. Ball spills out and Munns finds a little bit of space, but no, taken to ground. And we'll probably see that blown up, and Taroona have pulled it out. And coming in from the side, I think, there at the ruck. So Munns will go for the quick tap here. No penalty goal this time. Webb will fancy himself, but no, he's shut down by the defence there of Taroona. Daniel's got to get out of there quicker than that. And we've got another penalty advantage to East. And a big man there in Paul Enright carries it over. So there we have it. Great work by the front rower. So both starting props have scored tries tonight for East. Great work by those guys. Push a little bit closer there now, East, to narrow the score, but there's probably only 3 or 4 minutes to go. Taroona are very lucky to still have their full contingency of 15 on the field. The penalty count has been way leaning against them. They've been very ill-disciplined at the ruck in the eyes of the referee. I don't see everything from my little booth here, but they certainly have been warned and warned and warned. So I probably could have seen someone go to the bin there had that try not have been scored. And Webb will take the shot from almost identical position to his penalty kick a couple of minutes ago. He's aiming very far left again here. He does screw the ball back, but the last one he missed out there too. So, I don't know. He knows what he's doing though. He's generally a great kick. Slotted a few from here in the practice in the warm-up. Charlie Holmes runs out, but he's not allowed to start the kick chase until the player moves. Here they go. They can run now. It's better keeper. No, he's played that one. No, he goes over. Looked out to the right from my angle, but that's a great kick. So, East's 14 points. In a few minutes, can they score 2 converted tries? Just a bit of a discussion there with Charlie Holmes and the referee about when Webb started his actual kick.
Who wants it, boys? Come on, finish strong.
And the kickoff's good this time. So Webb gets under it. He'll have a bit of a run. He loves it. But Rickard Daniel won't. Oh no, Daniel slips off him and Webb keeps going. Nobody wants him. Chris Noble wants him. Great run by Webb. East with the ball. Got their tails up. Great hit there by Blomfield on Eddington. Ball's driven back and spills out. Webb finds it and kicks it with a couple of minutes to go. So deep in defence there. Holmes with the ball. He'll have a run and they'll struggle to catch him if he gets through. Oh, he kicks long. It's a good move, but doesn't go in the middle of the field where he wants, and it ends up out over the sideline. And we'll see a line out to East about 26 metres out their defensive end. Certainly playing down this end is going to make this a lot harder for Easts to get back and score. They need 2 converted tries to match Taroona. Oh, the lift doesn't work. Ball goes to ground, is knocked on by East, and Fenny ends up with it. He dishes it out to Franklin, who finds Chaperone Tucker in space. Gives it out to Dar with the ball in his hands. Great tackle there by McNeil. Dar gets it back, and Franklin ducks around the outside. He's got someone on his wing, and he finds Taroona recycle again through Cooper. He's taken down short. Dar takes the ball forward, goes to ground. He needs to be released. There's players out wide here for Taroona calling for the ball. Ball comes in and taken over, and a try scored through the hands of Oscar Paston. So those outside backs from Taroona getting hungry out there. They haven't seen a lot of ball in a while, and some great shoveling the ball out wide there. And good counter support from the likes of Cooper and Dar out there. Great pass. Good option from Dar to go back inside. Good support from Cooper at the ruck. Franklin goes right. Can't see who that player is that he found out there. I think it might have been Chaperone Tucker again. Beautiful little dart down the blind. Well taken by McNeil. His defence has been exceptional. Cooper gets up and has a go. Dar has another go, but unable to make any ground. Just getting hungry for the ball is what you want to see at this end of the game. Noble finds Paston there, and he just breaks through the tackle. Number 22 there for East, Chris Munns, just sort of stood there and didn't get off his line. And that's converted, and we'll have full time. So just on full time there, Taroona pushing that lead back out to 21. And that's a good, solid victory. So the Farrington Shield this year is retained by Taroona after winning it last year as well. In the reverse match, I think played out at Rugby Park last year. They alternate each year, the ground that the game's played for. So I guess, you know, that after Wendy asking for her players to give 100% tonight, the East players, they certainly did that. In that last 15 minutes, they had their tails up and really pressed Taroona, whose defence tonight was exceptional. Some really outstanding defence and hard play by Tanaka Harrison in the number 4, and Aidan Fenny playing in the front row there in number 16 for Taroona. Just allowed lots of space for the Taroona backs when they were able to maintain possession, and made it really difficult for East to score as well. Hard tackling. Rickard Daniel in his first game this year played very well, making life difficult for the East players. As did the big man there, Hugo Blomfield. Great to see him. I said back on the field again. He played some outstanding rugby. Jacob Purcell there, just in the background on the left, in his first senior game of rugby. He'll get some liquid poured over him, I'm sure, at some point shortly. But as they clap them off, a great game there. Taylor Webb in the front. Andrew Fasadi behind him, the vice-captain walking through. Chris Munns there. Enright, Bowman, Eddington. Good to see Scott Drysdale on his feet there, and the rest of the players there. Going good, great defensive play by Nick McNeil. He's a great tackler. Just those sensible tackles around the ankles always work really well. So really, again, I mentioned it before when I was talking to Wendy, but it's fantastic to see this East team out there on the field. A lot of young players, and as Wendy said, new combinations. They're putting this team on the paddock every week, and every single week their game has been improved. Leadership are very strong players, particularly there Fasadi and Webb would be in their best, but really great work. So I'll leave you with the Taroona song. So that's it for our championship round here on Friday night from North Warrane Oval. Tomorrow we've got we'll be bringing the women's matches between Easts, Taroona and Harlequins from Rugby Park starting at 1 p.m, followed by the first division match between the Taroona Penguins and the Glenorchy Stags. So that'll be an interesting game. I think the Stags had a strong start and then had a narrow loss to University last week, so they'll be looking to come back. Just hear the East team over here with their post-game celebration. Good to see the crowd getting out there around and clapping the crowd. The crowd were great. You could hear them with their support. Great work, boys. And excellent. They'll have a weekend off. And thanks all for watching.